Hey guys, Assalamualaikum, it's Energy, that's me, the TNT. Welcome back to my channel. So today's video I'm going to be doing a curry fish and peas video. Husband loves green peas in every single thing, and usually some people include peas in their curry. He loves a curry fish and peas. So today's video we're going to be doing curry fish and peas. Now usually for curry fish or stew fish, we like to use like redfish, some people use kingfish or carrot. Today's video I'm going to be using salmon because husband went fishing and he brought back home salmon. So it's a very delicate fish, but we're still going to be using it in today's video. So I'm just going to go through the ingredients really quickly here for our curry fish and peas recipe. So this is some salmon that husband brought home yesterday, and he sliced it up. Now you can use kingfish, some people like to use carrot as well. It's all up to you, but this is just what I have to use, and I'm going to just make a curry with it. So I have my green peas, some onions, some garlic, some hot pepper, tomato, some my curry leaves, and I'm using some achar masala, some curry, some jeera, salt and black pepper. And I'm also going to be adding some pomsite to my curry fish. Now traditionally what you use is like green mango, like if you have frozen mango, to add some like tartiness to the dish. So, but I don't have any in my freezer right now, so I'm just going to be using some pomsite. So to season up my fish, I'm going to be adding some curry powder, some achar masala, and a little bit of roasted jeera. I'm also going to add some green seasoning, some salt and black pepper. So I'm just going to mix this up. You just want to be gentle. Fish is a little bit tender, so you don't want it to fall apart. So I'm just going to let this sit for a little while and let it marinate for at least a half an hour. And while our fish is marinating, we're just going to peel the pomsite. As I mentioned, you normally use green mango for that extra little tart flavor that it adds to a traditional Trinis style curry fish. Now the seeds in the middle part of the seeds in this small pomsite is pretty soft, so you can just leave it in, or if you prefer, just cut the flesh out of it and you could use that while cooking. Okay, so now to prepare the fish before we actually put it into the curry. Now making curry fish is like a two-step process. First, you have to, traditionally what we normally do in Trinidad is coat it with some flour and we fry it before we put it into the curry. But these days I've been trying to cook with less oil, use less oil and flour. So I am going to just do a little different version of it. So I have my pan that's heating with some spray, cooking spray, and all I'm going to be doing is just adding the fish to it to give it a little pan-seared sort of flavor. So I'm just going to do a little different technique where I'm going to just be using cooking spray in a pan and just pan-sear the fish without using the flour coating and the extra oil. So my pan is nice and hot, and I'm just going to add the fish pieces. Okay, so the fish pieces are finished, the slices are finished. So I'm going to set it aside, and now we're going to put together the curry sauce that we're going to put this fried fish into, well, pan-seared fish into. So I have my oil heating, and I'm going to be adding my chopped onion, garlic and pepper. I'm adding my curry leaves and also some curry powder. Now at this stage, you want to keep the heat on low. And like with most of the curry dishes you've seen on my channel, you need to toast the curry properly to get rid of the raw curry flavor. So you want to keep it on low. And then I'm going to use my bowl that had the fish marinating in. I'm going to add some water to that, and we're going to add a little bit to the pot. So you want to add just a little. And once it gets that grainy consistency, add just a little more. I'm going to add my green peas. And my cut up pomsite, tomatoes, mix everything around, and now I'm going to add enough water to the pot so that everything cook through, let the pomsite cook through for about 15-20 minutes or so. You can raise your heat and add some water. Adding some water. And I'm going to cover it and let it cook until the pomsite are cooked through properly and the sauce thickens up a bit. So we'll leave it cooking and we'll check back with it in about 5-10 minutes or so. Okay, so it's been cooking for about 5 minutes. This is what it looks like. So I want the pomsite to cook and get a little tender. We could eat pomsite. We normally eat pomsite, you know, straight from the tree, but just want it to get a little tender. So I'm just going to cover it back and let it continue cooking. And then we're going to remove the cover. We're going to add some pimento, some chopped pimento, some green seasoning, and then lastly we're going to be adding our fish to it. So at this point I am going to be adding some green seasoning, some chopped celery that I have, and pimento, and some salt as well. You can taste it to see if you need to add more salt or more pepper. So I'm just going to leave it uncovered on high heat, and I'm just going to let it cook down a little more. I just want the sauce to thicken up a little bit more.
A few moments later.
And now at this point I am going to be adding my fish pieces. Now because the fish I didn't coat it in the flour, it will be even more fragile. So at this point I'm taking off the stove and I'm just going to put the pieces in. Now just remember, again, this is only because I'm trying to use less oil in my cooking these days. So you don't want to turn it up too much because then it will break into pieces. So I'm just going to leave it, and that would be it for our curry fish and peas video. Alright guys, so this is the finished product: curry fish with peas, some pomsite added in there, and I'm eating it with some rice, some cucumbers, lettuce, and a piece of avocado that I have. You can also eat it with roti if you want, but I think it goes best with some rice. Alright guys, and that was it for our curry fish and peas video today. It was a very easy dish to put together. Notice again the salmon was very delicate, and just remember that I did it the not so traditional way, in that I did not fry it, like put it in some flour and then put it into the oil. I didn't even use oil. Reason being, as I mentioned, is I'm trying to use less oil these days in my cooking. I'm making dishes a little healthier. So I just went ahead and sprayed some non-stick spray in the pan, and I sort of just left it to pan-say a little bit, and then I added it to the curry. So just remember, fish is a very delicate thing. You don't want to add it too soon to your pot that's on the stove because it's going to break up eventually. So you don't want that happening. So just be careful to always, and remember to always add it just when the pot is just about finished. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you did enjoy the video, and if you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with all your friends and your family, and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget, when you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well. That's to make sure that you get updated every single time I post a video and you will not miss out. So I'll see you again in the next video to come.